Welcome to today's 5 Good Minutes. You're listening to today's inspirational message on the book of Jonah with Bjorklund.
So the third question in Jonah, chapter 4, is in verse 11. Should not I pity Nineveh, the great city, in which there are more than 120,000 persons who do not know their right hand from their left, and also so much cattle? So the flow of the chapter is again that Jonah is displeased because Nineveh is not destroyed. He goes out on the side of the hill to watch and see, and God appoints a plant that gives him shade, and he's exceedingly glad, it says. And then when the plant is destroyed, God appoints a worm and then a scorching east wind. He became angry again. And God says, do you have any reason to be angry? And this is Jonah's response. He says, yes, I do well to be angry enough to die. And the Lord said, you pity the plant for what you did not labor, nor did you make it grow, which came into being in a night and perished in a night. And should not I pity Nineveh, the great city in which there are more than 120,000 persons, and who do not know their right hand from their left, and there is also much cattle. So he is basically turning this and saying, you care about a plant, but you can't care about people or even animals. You want me to scorch the city, not show compassion, and yet you care about a plant. And this is probably revealing of a pretense of compassion, if you will. And by pretense, what I mean is God is calling out the heart of this prophet and saying, you care more about your comforts and your pleasures than you do about the plight of people. That has so many implications for the way that any Christian lives, because God is concerned about the destinies of people. I heard somebody once say that you'll know the spiritual temperature of a group of Christians by how many prayer requests there are for people who are going to hell instead of people going to the hospital. And it's certainly not that we shouldn't pray for people going to the hospital or be concerned for those kinds of needs. But what happens for a lot of people is it's God help, this person in the hospital, this person, this sickness. And certainly there's a time and a place to pray for that. But what he's saying is sometimes our compassion is God make us comfortable when God's heart is actually for the people all around. And the 120,000 here could be something that stands for the whole population. But the big idea is who don't know their right from their left, talking probably about a moral or spiritual lack of understanding, saying these are people, whether it's the kids in the culture or whoever it is. There, a lot of estimates say there were 300,000 Ninevites at the time. And so the not knowing their right hand from their left is saying, yeah, maybe there's a lot of adults or people of age who know about the evil and the violence, but there's a whole lot who don't. And don't you care about those people? And don't you even care about the animals, yet you care about the plant? And that's how the book ends. The book doesn't end with some happy prophet reuniting with God. It ends with God chastising the prophet because he did God's bidding, but he actually wanted God to judge people or wanted his comfort more than he wanted God's ways. So the question today, just for you, for me, is if God were to ask us these questions, why are you angry? What are you complaining about? And that might show us something about where we think we're right and others are wrong. Why are you angry about the comfort, the plant, the thing that I've given you when there's something greater? And should I not pity the people of this world? Isn't that my greatest heart, my greatest concern? Shouldn't that be the thing that drives and concerns you?
Thanks for joining us here today. There's a lot of great content to explore on Orchard Hill Plus and on the Orchard Hill main feed from the weekend. Have a great day.